Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at something pretty interesting coming out of Apple. Their new AI plans for iOS 19.
That's right, codenamed Quartz.
Yeah, Quartz.
Yep.
We've got a source basically outlining this, just a short piece, but um, our goal here is to really unpack what it says. The key features, the potential impact of this on-device AI.
Exactly. And it feels like this could be a really significant move for Apple, maybe changing how we use our iPhones day to day.
So, okay, the headline news,
Yeah.
iOS 19 gets this new AI assistant, Quartz, and it's meant to be like way beyond Siri.
A big leap forward, yeah.
What makes it so different then? What's the core idea?
Well, the biggest thing, the really key differentiator, seems to be where it does the thinking.
Okay.
So unlike, ChatGPT or Gemini that run in the cloud, Quartz is apparently designed to operate locally, right there on your iPhone or iPad.
Okay, so not sending stuff off to some server farm somewhere.
Precisely. Everything happens on the device itself, which means, well, a couple of things.
Privacy comes to mind immediately.
That's the big one they seem to be pushing. Because the data, your conversations, your requests, they don't leave your phone. It all stays private.
Which is a huge contrast to how most other big AI models work currently.
Absolutely. It gives the user much more control, potentially. And the other benefit they're likely aiming for is speed.
Right, because it doesn't have to make that round trip to a server and back.
Exactly. Instant answers or near instant without that network lag.
Okay, so on-device, private, fast. What's actually doing the work? What's the tech underneath? We heard something about a foundation model.
Yeah, it sounds like it's built on a large language model, a foundation model that Apple has trained themselves in-house.
Okay, so they're not just licensing something else. They built this.
Seems that way. And these foundation models, they're trained on just massive data sets, allowing them to do a whole range of tasks. The hints we have suggest Quartz could, summarize articles you're reading, generate creative text, maybe help schedule meetings by looking across different apps, even draft emails for you, all using natural language.
So kind of like having ChatGPT capabilities, but baked right into the operating system.
That's a good way to put it. Maybe like ChatGPT meets Siri, but living inside the Apple ecosystem.
And is this just an iPhone thing?
No.
Or can we see it elsewhere?
Well, the thinking is if they've developed this powerful on-device AI, it would make a lot of sense to roll it out across other products.
Like Macs, iPads.
MacBooks, iPads, maybe even the Apple Watch eventually. Turning all those devices into sort of local AI powerhouses. That seems like a logical expansion, doesn't it?
It does. Creates a very consistent experience. But Apple's not alone here, obviously. You've got OpenAI, Google, Meta.
Yeah.
Everyone's pushing hard on AI. How does this Quartz strategy fit in?
It's interesting because Apple has that one unique advantage. They own the hardware.
Right, the chip, the software, the device.
Exactly. So they can optimize this AI for their specific hardware in a way that, say, OpenAI can't quite do when running on different devices. And focusing on on-device processing, especially with that heavy emphasis on privacy, that really sets their approach apart.
There's a different angle on the AI race. Less about the biggest cloud model, more about integration and privacy on the device you already own.
That seems to be the play, yeah. We'll need to see more, of course. Maybe a demo at WWDC 2025 is expected, but it positions them competitively in a unique way.
So wrapping up, how could this actually change things for the average user if Quartz works as described?
Well, you could see a shift, couldn't you? Instead of consciously going to an AI tool or a specific app, the AI is just there, integrated into your workflow, helping out more seamlessly.
Less friction, maybe. More intuitive interaction.
Potentially. It could fundamentally change that daily interaction loop with our technology.
Okay, so as we finish this deep dive on Apple's potential Quartz AI in iOS 19, here's something to think about. If AI becomes this deeply integrated, this personal, running privately right there on your phone or computer, how does that change how you feel about the tech you use every day, your relationship with it, and your sense of data security?
Yeah, it's a fascinating question for the future. Definitely something to keep an eye on.